Oh, yes.
Lion's Mane Hell is already a win. Lion's Mane Awoken, here we go. Yeah, we'll stick with restores. I think the trouble about this run is it's very easy for us to not have enough damage. We're on Pyre of Dominion, so we're not getting our Spore Touches or our normal stuff. We've got 2 Sharpens with an Animus of Speed, and 2 Infectories. I don't really want 2 Infectories and 2 Grow Rooms. How do I feel about 2 Cheery Death Caps? I think we feel decent about that. Let's see. Fire Shards. Edge Prior doesn't seem very good. Restoring to Retreat seems okay. I do not have a unit to play off of Pyre Shards, but I could definitely find one. Cluster Kernels versus Amorous Enokis. Maybe we're playing Pyre Shards onto a Mushroom stack that we're building up with Infectories and other bullshit. How are we scaling? I don't know how we're scaling. Okay. Maybe the game plan is we play Incant Lion's Mane with Amorous Enoki, and then we just buff up the Mushroom stack to all hell. Oh, okay. Maybe we have an Awoken Hollow, and that makes more sense. Or maybe we do Shattered Shell sweep stuff. I don't really have healing for the Awoken Hollow if I pick him up. But I can have a lot of spikes. And we can do Amorous Enoki. Maybe we do Amorous Enoki Infectory to create healing. And then put spikes on an Awoken Hollow. Early Void Fragment is usually very good. It's a lot worse with Pyre of Dominion. Because this is a forced card remove. And I don't necessarily want to remove cards all the time. So I'm going to wind up taking Thorn Casing here. I think that's just not really playable for us. Okay, let's think some more about this game plan. So I think I've got a setup where we've got like Awoken Hollow, Amorous Enoki, in an Infectory. We're putting spikes on the Awoken Hollow so that he gets kills, which prints guys, which gives him regen, I guess. So what the heck is Lion's Mane doing? Maybe Lion's Mane is just like hanging out playing Maneater. Does she roll with an Infectory? Does she need to play Everbloom here? We're up against Knockback Archeon, Doombringer Strixen Hallow, which is the Slay variant. The Slay variant really loves killing mushrooms. And then we've got Chosen of Dominion. Man-Eating helps me kill some specific stuff on Chosen of Dominion, and if I don't take it, I'm very bad at killing specific things. Unless I wind up having like a 35 spikes unit on the bottom floor, and that's how we play the game. There's a decent chance that that's how we play the game. This is just really weird. I mean, I feel like Enoki Hollow Shards, it makes some sense. I just feel like this cultivate's probably hitting random targets in a way that doesn't help me out a lot. And I don't have a way to, like, move the mushroom stack, and I think that causes a problem. I think Maneater adds some much-needed stability to this game plan. Sure, we can do this. As usual for Pyre of Dominion, I think we're very strong early. We just do like Enoki Hollow here as well. I think we should do that. Let me just set up the Infectory here. So, Awoken Hollow does not need to be the one who's taking damage. It's actually okay if he's not. be taking a lot of shard damage for a while because my deck is so small. I'm going to play that just to avoid him leaking through. Just play Infectory to get, like, some extra backup on that floor in case I need it. I really don't know how I'm meant to play this. It still feels really confusing right now. I mean, at the moment, I think I just play Sharpen and win. Let me just avoid more damage. If I don't need to play the Sharpen to win, we just win on this floor, and we don't take fire damage. That's only a score change to win on the lower floor. Rot. I mean, Rot definitely gives us confirmed power. I don't know which one of these merchants we're taking. I am going to go ahead and grab this Rot and throw that. Alright, I will retrieve that when it is done, and then probably keep playing while I eat pizza. Restoration Detonation definitely says heal on it, so I'm going to take it. If I could get offered like a Vine Mother, things would make sense to me. I think what I do here is I probably staple regen to one of these guys. And then play around that. Spikes, Immortal, Strength Stone. We could do an Immortal Cheery Death Cap as a note. Well, if the game's really intent on asking me if I want to have a sweep unit, I guess I'll take one. This is kind of a run where I wouldn't mind losing Lion's Mane if I got that event. I have so much going on without Lion's Mane. So I could Large Stone the Husk Hermit and play him with, like, Inoki Infectory. But that doesn't scale his attack more. Maybe that's fine. Maybe I do just look at not worrying about Lion's Mane and, like, just playing other stuff. Yeah, let me just play the upgrades that are important on the units that like them. And then move on, right? We need the Husk Hermit to sweep for about 35. And then we're cozy. Just give it to him immediately. It's 32. That basically works for me. I don't need him to be quick. He's going to have a ton of regen and stuff. He's going to have regen. He's going to have guys to block for him. He's set. So with a setup like this, I can kind of just play from the bottom car. And then the rest does not matter so much. Like, Lion's Mane doesn't even need to participate. I'm gonna be straight up about that. Because we just play this Infectory. And now the Husk Hermit gets protection, he gets health, he gets regen. I can keep scaling him. And everything else I can play here is just like basic insulation, but it doesn't matter. We've already got the fight. Yeah, I should not ignore this strong setup out of some weird impulse to use the champion. If I have cards that drafted that are stronger than the champion, just play the strong cards. Alright, Pandemic. Pandemic is always playable. I think Pandemic is one of the only cards in the game that I look at as an always take. Alright. We don't really need a room. There are really good equipment hits. Upgrading our spells is less important than hitting a Bloodthirsty Blade. None of those say Bloodthirsty Blade. Now we have a Bloodthirsty Blade. We set it to deployable. Yeah, worst moving. See an event. Balatro. Okay, what are we doing on Balatro? Chikot's really good against Dominion. Yeah. I'm looking ahead at, like, which of these fights beats me, and right now, the only fight that looks like I lose is Dominion. Play Husk Hermit, Inoki, Bloodthirsty. See, this guy, he does 13. Baseline Lion's Mane does not survive that. He doesn't have his knockback immediately. That's funny. Yeah, I just want to set up Infectories and not take damage. Get you out to tighten up my draws. Chosen Shield Bearer is -4, sharpens +6. Death Cap is pretty good damage here. I don't have space for the Animus of Speed, which I think tells us we're going for a space upgrade. I'll play that out. I think it's kind of cosmetic. Yeah, space upgrades will make the Infectories a bit less punishing. Right now, whenever we're playing Infectory, we don't really get to play much else. I don't really want to be redrawing the Cheery Death Cap all the time. Do that. I want to get the Consume cards out. Yeah, all that's pretty fine. I think I'm basically playing Savagery Pyre without Savagery Pyre now. Just got the Bloodthirsty Blade. He died on the spikes. Yeah, okay. I don't think we care about playing Adaptive Mutation. I think we just grab the Rail Spike here because it's generically good. I could Mitosis Cap the Husk Hermit, but I don't think we really need to. I don't think it helps us that much. And we're not going to replace the Bloodthirsty Blade on him. So I guess one of our concerns here is that units that are, you know, moving up might not be taking enough damage. And we can't put multi-strike on our guy. I could go Merchant of Trinkets to try and get Thorns as damage. Makes these Pyre Shards and Sharpens a lot better. And I think Celestial Alcoves are very, very strong for us when we have this one focal double upgraded unit. These do nothing. Yeah, these are bad. Cortical Connector does not do enough. Versatile Ember Staff is good right now. So I have an endless unit. Mirror. I think there's definitely nothing that I want 5 of. We could duplicate the Husk Hermit because I think it's a better unit than an Awoken Hollow. Yeah, I think just for one energy, a 32/85 sweeper with Revenge plus 3 attack is just a very good unit. And I'm just gonna go big on Man-Eating, and this is only gonna be here to activate on flying bosses. Because outside of flying bosses, we're racing like half the game. Alright, I'm supposed to bring out an Anuki first. It's fine. Sure. We don't even need to use this for target kill on that floor. We can use this on top floor to catch elites. Build it a little faster. We triggered the Versatile Ember Staff. I didn't think about it. I could have maybe slowed down a little more to catch it. He's muted when he comes in, so he doesn't corrupt the cars and we win. He also doesn't have a Incant right now. We could Mushier in the top floor. I'm just going to take a Mulch, because Mulch is like not taking a card. Let's see. Old Growth is usually more playable than this. I think we can take Focused Growth or Engraft. Between the two of them, I'll take Engraft. We can either Merchant of Arms to try and duplicate, or to try and paste something on top of our Bloodthirsty Blade. Like, we could try to make our unit a Quick Sweeper instead of what he is. We also get an artifact over here. Or we can check an event. I'm going to go for the arms and the artifact, I think. Okay, we've got the Abyssal Prism. It's pretty strong. We're going to take Boiler Room. So we can do Boiler Room on the bottom floor instead of Infectory, and I think it's pretty good most of the time. I could definitely do Swift Steel combined with the Bloodthirsty. Is there something better than that? I don't think there really is. More raw attack. I'm going to check for a silence room. Didn't get it. Sure, have all the Titan skin you want. Inoki's going to do a bit less in this room because we're not going to play Infectory here, but it's fine. Hey, thank you for the follow. I hope you are enjoying this run. It's very silly. Okay, I think I do bring out an Infectory up here. Go for the Cheery Death Cap. Okay, 5 damage short. I could rot him, but I'm just going to Rail Spike. I don't have space for the Husk Hermit here, but we can play top floor. I could play the Sharpen, but I'm just going to not take damage. Mulch. Eat you. Swift Shot. I think we're doing engrafts here. I guess I can play a Pandemic, so I will. I cannot think of why I would play these cards. We just send it all on scaling for this guy. Oh, you know what? I should have started the round with Engraft. Engraft Abyssal Prism probably gives me a shitload of energy. That'll be something to keep in mind. I'll play an Infectory up here. I really want the Spikes as damage relic this run, if I can find it. Okay, so we're not killing him right now. I think if I sharpen on that floor, we do kill him. To know. Death Cap is about 20-something damage. Alright. Found a way. We're not killing Quoto. Alright. What if we Pandemic, Sharpen, still pretty far from it. Play this. Alright, so we're far off from killing him, but I'm sure he's losing a lot of his stacks. Actually, he's still at 40. We're just not wearing him down that much. Take another Pandemic. I will sharpen the entire floor. 346. How are we looking? Okay, we got him. I'm gonna get my pizza out of the oven. Alright, I'm just gonna let that sit next to me until it cools and gets some water, and we'll be back up. Okay, be good and hydrated and keep playing. Mushroom Cloud is probably pretty dang handy for us here. Do I want another in grab? Yes, I do. Kind of just want to keep going to the Trinket Merchant and the Celestial Alcove and see if my run gets crazier. Yep, let's do it. Okay, Emblem of the Exiles is pretty cool. The Attuned Whetstone is really good. It's just as good as having more Deployment Ember. What about a card purge? Do I need to purge something? I'm often turning out without, like, split places to play certain units, but I'm not too concerned about it. What do we get? Retome. I think it's Flight or Evergrowth here, so I already have Quick on the one unit who really needs it. Who would we fly? I think we wind up flying like an Inoki or a Hollow, and it doesn't feel that exciting. I'll take Evergrowth. Especially if we dualism one of the Inoki, Evergrowth becomes pretty good. Strixen Hallow. I love the Strixen Hallow music. It's so cool. So since this is deployable, Attuned Whetstone cannot find it for me, unfortunately. I think I need to put the other one out here so that we draw them up. I'm going to play Man-Eating on whoever shows up to visit Lion's Mane whenever they show up. I think we can bring out the Death Cap here. I don't think I want... I still want a Boiler Room in this floor. Now, I played into her Slay, but she's muted. This is a lot of damage. These guys are kind of funny when they're alone on a floor because every healing effect hits them. So they wind up growing at a pretty good rate. I don't think he's going to keep up if he's alone. Although Emblem of Exiles also helps him out, so there's that too. Yeah, I get to check out the funny thing. Yeah, they give me 2 energy. Ah. I'm just going to do this, and these guys are just going to benefit from Infectory whenever it triggers. I don't know how often that's going to be. Okay. Engraft for a bunch of energy. Man-eating on the boss. And let's just push more boss damage. You would get to slay if I didn't do that. That energy trick is just endlessly amusing to me. I guess we would have a spare Awoken Hollow at this point. I don't feel the need to play him. There. Now my Vengeful Shards are free. My Engraft is more energy positive. I really want to play the Death Cap, actually. I am winning and then some. This run is very silly. I guess I can play this guy here so that I can do the Engraft trick on this floor. I guess I don't want to cast more on this floor, so I just do this. Now Strix does no damage. Well, Strix is dead. Oh, look, I have 11 Ember because of Engraft. That's fair. Just Abyssal Prism things. We are killing you with the Husk Hermit, aren't we? Yeah, awkward. I don't think Contagious does very much for me. I'm not putting out that many debuffs. Although I am, like, pandemicking. And I probably like Pandemic more and more as the run goes. Because the Engraft trick also fixes my card draw. So sure. Do we need more deployment? Yeah, we probably do. Our deployment really sucks right now. I mean, kind of, sort of. It sucks. It does everything it needs to do. I think it's the Merchant of Magic here. Our spells are very under-upgraded. I'm gonna skip this. Eternal, Smolder, Power Stone. I mean, I could Holy Stone the Engraft, and it kind of sets me up to do everything forever. I just don't need it. It's just a score thing. What else am I doing on the Engraft? I might Intrinsic it. I think if we Intrinsic Engraft, we just go crazy. Right? Or Spellchain it. Spellchain doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it only matters on the first play for the Abyssal Prism. We did not hit the Intrinsic. We got the double stack for the Pandemic. Which is something else I was aiming for, so that's fine. I don't really care about doing that. I think I do a -1 on the Pandemic here. A little easier to play. I might have wanted to hit a -2 consume on the Rot. I think that would be pretty good. Purges. I think I purge a Pyre Shards, because I really couldn't care less. about having spikes on my guys. Doesn't seem to matter very much. A lot of the other stuff we're doing is pretty cool. I would normally remove one of the sharpens, but we actually have the energy economy to play them. Okay, let's see if Rax kills me. I think it's possible. I haven't hit, like, the craziest possible stuff. Just, like, somewhat crazy stuff. I just want to set up the engraft target floor. I think the rest is not as important. I probably want to get this out of the way, and it helps me kill the, it helps me kill the reanimator units. Let's see, I think the Celestial Bastion probably dies on the top floor, no problem. So now I've got 9 cards. Now I've got 9 card draw. I don't think I have any engrafts in these next draw cards. Nope. Factory. Plus Kermit. Okay, Mulch gets me a 7 card draw for next turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do this with the Awoken Rail Spike. One of our shards at free, get an Infectory up here. The second Awoken Hollow goes out here. He's not dead immediately, but he's about there. You have no decay. Rot you. What more attack do I want to sharpen? I think it's better for me to have it sharpen out on a unit where it matters, and we can Mushroom Cloud here. I don't think that Mushroom Cloud changes anything. I think Maneater does prevent him from doing any damage. This is a cooldown 2, so we cannot do that. Yeah. The sap is enough to lock these guys down for a bit. Okay. Endemic him. Taking 48. Alright. That's like a real number. Let's set up decay. I found my engraft. Tons of energy. Where do I need this rot to go? So he's taking 187. With sap 7, he goes top floor at 6, which is minus 12. He doesn't attack until he's at like 5 or 4. So with 90 damage from that, 85 damage from fire, he's already dead. So Resto Detto this whole floor, but it only does damage from 1 unit. I think we can do funny stuff. Oh, no, I already burned my prism. Whoops. Still, though. Get real spiky. These guys can have a lot more rot. A lot more decay. he's already dead. Definitely. It takes a while to figure out decay math, and then after a while you just have to be like, this is a good number, this is fine. I know that's lethal. Like, eventually you can just look at it. I'm pretty sure we just need to send everything into Rax. And he's going to turn out to be very sad. Cheery Deathcap, Rot, Contagious. I think I might still play my Sharpens up on this floor. Nah. Send him here. We're only half killing Rax. But I think our second floor is actually pretty good. I mean, honestly, we just dot him up so much on his way up, he's going to have a shitty time. By the time he hits the top floor, I think he's hitting for 0. Maneater, 6 sap. I mean, you're probably dead. Okay, Rax is already dead. But just in case Rax was not dead. Just in case he wasn't dead. We can do all that bullshit to him. Okay, I think Seraph is going to be pretty funny, because it looks like we're going to be able to mute Seraph into the ground. Because we've got Chakotay and Maneater, we should be able to stick that on them permanently. We're going to take Spike, pretty sure. Yeah. I don't have a place to play Awakening Thicket. Bramble Lash is probably playable with my Pyre Shards double sharpened. I don't usually play Bramble Lash, but it's a lot of damage when you can play it. I think we're just going for the Pyramanes. I don't really care if my units are upgraded, and I don't have a magic upgrader. Our attuned whetstone has no targets, so we are probably going to check for an equipment here. I mean, I can take a diadem and then, like, try and attach something to it. I guess we could attach a Bloodthirsty Blade to our diadem, too. I mean, why not? It's going to be free. Trinkets. We wanted the Gnarled Root. That's awesome. I'll play the Firestone. I can play Sap Tap. Sure. That's just more cards in hand. Now then, for duplicates. What do we want to duplicate? Oh man, if I had thought about that better, I could have just duplicated the good merged equipment I have. Do I have a card remove? I have a purge. Fuck it. We duplicate the good equipment. And we purge the lame one I just accidentally made. So now we're guaranteed 2 copies of the good equipment in the first hand. And with the Artificial Pyrestone, I think I can get everything out. Oh no, they're both deployable, so neither of them see the attuned whetstone. No! Damn it. Whatever. What needs to sit up top with her? What do we need to prioritize? I mean, I think we do, like, Husk Hermit, Inoki, Awoken Hollow, merged equipment. That seems fine. We don't need to be super picky about how we're doing this. It's not like the boss has mechanics. But he honestly does not get to have mechanics. I actually brought that to apply it to the boss. So the boss is muted for 11 turns. That is all the way into his Relentless Waves. The boss has no mechanics. Cheery Deathcap blocks on this floor the whole time. We play our mulch. Send the Infectory. We just start sharpening the Husk Hermit. Yeah. This guy's gonna remember those stats, too. Oh. We appear to have a lot of energy. Get out an Awoken Hollow here, as I can. Pandemic, Contagious, Rail Spike. Oh, 3 and Graft. 3 energy back. Sharpen, Fire Shards, Resto Detto. I think I save Evergrowth for a turn where I can Prism it, if I ever care to. So I keep using the Death Cap to soak the Misshapen Fiend bullshit. Pandemic, Maneater, Contagious. They have gotten some corruption on my boy. I can ignore all of the boss's mechanics. It does not mean I can ignore all of the mechanics. But it is really funny. I can only play Bramble Lash on this floor. I suppose I might as well. I mean, I kill that on Quick Sweep anyway. I'm gonna need to start playing healing spells on this guy. Just throw him a Resto Detto. Okay, we're not killing Avowed Gladiators. So Avowed Gladiators get to swing, and Deformed Duos get to swing. And they're about the only ones. We're going to drop Tome of Evergrowth so that you can start healing. So now we can cultivate on that floor. We're drawing 8 cards, so I can get rid of this Cheery Deathcap. I don't actually want it to be in the draw rotation. I guess sharpening this Husk Hermit, it could still matter a little bit. I probably should have played this Hollow in front of the Husk Hermit to eat up more of the corruption. Because I think the Husk Hermit dies here before the boss, which is cringe. I don't have my Endless Guy because I didn't play him. It's fine. He's taking 300 on the quick, so Bramble Lash doesn't do anything. Oh, we actually got to Infectory on that floor. You're still muted, aren't you? He's still got 19 mute. Yeah. Yeah, about that. About that. Is like going for record bullshit on the on the amount of mute applied. I've never had Maneater be a vanity unit like this. Where it's just, she's just here to look pretty. A little bit of pizza while I kill this next boss. That's all good. We've got some pressure on us on more floors. And we can't do more muting down here, so... So we're going to be limited by the amount of muting that Contagious gives us. I'm going to hold off on engraft tricks so I can set this up. It'd be real inconvenient if Savagery could hit me. I'd rather not have him do that. So we're just not going to let him. I'm going to need to put Rots on Dominion so that he dies someday. Otherwise, he's just going to hang out. I don't really need you hitting me either. Rot there. We have enough attack. There's my Eternal Blocker. Alright, the bosses are basically imprisoned with us now. I'm gonna start just giving him regen. So, this entropy still has an attack value. Good for him. I'm wondering if I need this Contagious to lock down this entropy. I'm going to send it. Now we're good to wave 12. Because if I let that fall off, I really don't have another method for getting control of that back. Spare 160 damage. He's not muted anymore, so we have Firelights now. Which also means he's corrupting our floors now. I'm going to invent a ton of regen. There's my AoE graph. I want this out so I don't redraw it. Then I think I just go deeper on his decay by 10. Oh. Is that an attack value? I refuse to see that. I don't seem to have any fungi. I'm not letting any enemies get off the first floor. Okay, Dominion's down in 2. This is the most chill Titans fight I've ever played. It's pretty chill when the Titans don't do any damage. Look at these guys. Who do they think they are? Yeah, we're silenced, so no decay for us there. We win? We win. Yeah, it's the simplest it's gonna get. Just lockdown. Okay. I'm glad I didn't try to force Lion's Mane to do more in that run. We just let her be lazy. There we go.